Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Today, I'm going to be fighting another one of the deviants, which will be Snowbaron Lagombi. This time, unlike with Red Helm Arzuros, I'm not going to bother switching to low rank armor, because it's just not... It's not worth it. Like, it's possible... Oh, I do have to go with cold setup. Oh, it's not saved correctly. It is possible that... Oh, that's very much not the right setup. Wow, that's bad. It's possible that Snowbaron Lagombi is actually an interesting fight, and I will regret having extra defense so that I don't die as easily, but so far the deviants haven't been interesting enough for it to feel worthwhile to intentionally have to fight them for longer because I take more damage. So I simply think it's just not worth it. I just want to double check. That should be fine. Nutrient, antidote, mega nutrients. I should have max potions in that. I do not. We'll have to fix the generic set, but that's later. I don't know if the combo books are worth it. But this setup only works for hunts where I don't gather anything. Oh, free. Nice. I still don't understand sonic bombs for Lagombis. Shoot, I took cold drinks, not hot drinks. Well, I'll have to fix it for that as well. That's fine though. Though, I guess like... I definitely did the wave. I don't know why it didn't work initially. But this will be fine. I'm hoping for something. Like what do I want Snowbaron Lagombi to do? I don't know. It's gonna be more snow based, I hope. But what does that mean? I think it would be fun if it covered itself with snow in some sort of way. That could be fun. That's kind of it. Lagombi is kind of a nothing monster. It throws a snowball, it dashes around a lot, but it's really not a very interesting monster beyond the visual design of being a giant rabbit bear creature. Because like beyond that, it doesn't really have much interesting, so that just looks like a Lagombi with a meaner face and a spine. Like the fur on the back is bigger, the ears might be longer. And the face might be... Yeah, I think it has bigger teeth. The ears are a little spikier. Okay, it instantly dashed away. Okay, extra snowballs. That's annoying. Because ranged attacks are one of the weakest like, least interesting types of attacks. Oh, I kind of like that. It looks slidey, which I don't love, but it's kind of interesting at least. Nope, too slow. Like, the slidiness makes sense in this context because it's a giant snow rabbit bear on ice. Like, it's at least reasonable for it to be slidey. Though how you're supposed to deal with it, I don't know. Because that seems like a real pain. I like that. That's fun. That's actually very fun. Like, that's actually designed. I could probably use a cleanser, but... there's something... This is, so far, the most promising deviant. Like, I hate it. I don't think I want to fight it ever, but... because this attack is awful. I can dodge it, but it's awful. Because it's just a big AoE. But, like, that's fun. A snowball that it pushes forward. Like, that's actually fun. There's something to it that isn't just hitting harder, hitting more. Like... Red Helm Arceros was boring. And honestly, I think the only benefit of Dread King Rathalos... Yeah. I hate it. It's always hard to tell which side you're going to land on. For me. But, bad idiot. I can get hit no matter what. Dread King Rathalos only has aesthetic advantages. Okay, there was no way I was dodging that. Like, that was a impossible dodge. But that's fun. There's at least, like, it's thematically appropriate. It's more dangerous, and only one of its attacks are... I hate the spin attack where it slides. That one's awful, because if you're in melee, it's a very questionable dodge. But the snowball is actually fun. It's aesthetically... like, it's expanding on an existing attack that Lagombi has. So it's fitting for the monster. Even beyond, okay, come on, that's garbage. Like, how is Lagombi a pro curler? There's no way it would have been able to turn like that. Because it turned after it was pushed. It just... not enough forward momentum for that. I know why it does that. It's because it's a video game, but... the visual cues didn't exist that it would be able to home in on me. Okay. See, I can't roll out of the snow... the freeze ice blade when I'm encased in that, which is good to know for sure. It's good to confirm, basically. Well, I definitely have to fix my equipment setup. Just seeing the incorrect type is annoying. I didn't get hit. What was that? I kind of wish there was a little more visually different about Snowbaron Lagombi. Yep, not much I can do there. Yeah, I wish there was a little more visual, but I like it. It has an attack that I hate, and the snowball chasing you is silly, but I like it. It's at least interesting. I hate when monsters do that, but that has nothing to do with Snowbaron Lagombi. That's just this game. And probably other old games in this series where monsters target and then don't readjust properly. Why'd he stand up instantly there? That was kind of dumb. This would hit a lot harder without... If I didn't have... I hate the double split, but that's because I'm bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with the double split, I'm just terrible, so I hate it. I still don't know how to when to Sonic Bomb. Like, I can't just do it whenever, because it does nothing. Am I supposed to... I just wasted it because I don't care. It's worthless if I don't know how to use it, so I might as well just throw it, see what happens. There must be a place where you can stand to dodge that. Or like a stand somewhere, once it moves past, roll. Oh, okay. That should have hit me, because it should have been able to target me. Greedy heal. And that doesn't look as bad as it did on Arzuros for some reason, despite being the same fundamental step slash spam. Okay, that's not at all what I input there. I input this. That's a better roar. I like that roar. It sounds nice. Well, it sounds evil, but... Okay. There's definitely a... Fighting it enough, you'd definitely figure out a good way to dodge that. Because it is only... like a semicircle. So you just have to... Yeah, I think... Assuming it goes in the same... Assuming it spins in the same direction every time... Then, like... Oh, don't... If it's facing this way, you just need to get on the side here and you'll be fine. It looks like. I'll have to pay more attention, but to check again, but... I really just want the time to observe it. Like, it's a much more fun design. Visually it's kind of bad, because there's very little going for it. But that's, I think, the least... Yeah, yeah. If I was on its left side in front of it, like a little forward and to the left of its face, I think I would have been totally fine. So maybe I just need to spend the whole time standing there when I fight it, or at least trying my best to stand there when fighting. Stay on its left. Keep it to my right as best as I can. That was a miss. If I hadn't missed the roll itself, I would have been fine. But since I did... I do think Ice Blight is kind of a nuisance, but... That's completely fair. It's meant to be a nuisance, so it should be a nuisance. I don't love this part of the map. 'Cause now I have to wait for him to move all the way over here. Thank you. He cooperated this time. They're much more much more willing to willing to cooperate, comma, cooperative, when compared to... Yeah, the fact that it kind of homes in is nonsensical, but... Like, its direction of movement should be set. Okay, that's kind of silly looking. The direction of movement should be set the moment it is released. But this is Magic Land, so you can easily justify it with it has snow kinesis. It can control snow with its mind. That's a good enough justification. Except for the fact that it looks bad still, but that roar is really good. Like, it's appropriately deep. That it has that, like, oh, it's a giant bear rabbit. Curse of the bear rabbit. Instead of Curse of the were rabbit. I think that's the only Wallace and Gromit thing I've ever seen. Curse of the were rabbit. I think I've watched... I think it's made by the same company. Just based on the stop motion style, but I have to check. Chicken Run. British stop motion. DreamWorks Aardman Animation. I think Aardman Animation is Wallace and Gromit. Those featured in its plasticine characters from Wallace and Gromit. Yes. So yeah, it's made by the same people. Did that have a sequel or something weird in the last... Not yet, 2023. Netflix release. Looks like it was BFI London Film Festival. I have to assume it wasn't very good. But maybe it was great. $83 on Rotten Tomatoes apparently, which is, I would say, pretty good considering it was apparently released 23 years after the original, and the original, from my memory, had like a perfectly solid happy ending with no like sequel bait. Maybe it had sequel bait and I just didn't know it. Yeah, that's pretty good considering. It's, you know, a 23-year later sequel that, when a lot of those delayed sequels feel like attempts at, you know, cashing in on nostalgia. Which is kind of unfair. Because a lot of them can have actual effort. It was more like Jurassic World was definitely not as good as Jurassic Park Capture. I love Capture Quests. I think I'm just doing 2 again this time. So, what I need to do is load the cold set, register this to the hot set, then fix my items, and then register this to the cold set, and then figure out where I need to go. Arctic Ridge. Oh, obviously. Should be fine. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of many actual sequels like that. I mean, to a certain extent, it's not a sequel. It's 100% not a sequel, but like The Hobbit converted into a movie way after, I would say, because I don't know, in mid-late 2000s, if there had been a Hobbit, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's great. It's appropriate-ish, because that's just when I would have been I should drink one while I'm here. But then it came out when it came out, which was already kind of delayed relative to when it would have been even slightly timely. And then they split it into 3 because it was... because they were able to, honestly. They were able to sell 3 movies. And they were fun-ish, but I remember basically nothing about any of them. I think I remember less about the movies that I watched kind of as they came out than I do about the book that I read, I don't know, 5, 10, some... no, not 10. Many years before the movies were released. I remember more from that. I don't remember a lot, but I remember more. Which isn't so much anything specific. Oh shoot, I didn't go with a capture setup, which means that if I mess up the trap, I'm doomed. Whoopsie. I should probably leave and fix that. But I'm gonna take the risk. And just play it super safe. Yeah. I guess I mostly just remember the Golem Smeagol riddle phase, which they did do in the movie, I think, but I don't remember any, like, I don't remember any reactions to the movie's portrayal of the scene. I do remember sort of the feeling from the, I guess no. There's exactly one scene, there's a couple scenes from the movie. There's one where they're in barrels going down a river, and then, Bilbo running down, going on an adventure. That scene was pretty good, the adventure scene. I don't know, none of the, I don't know, potential memorable stuff was memorable. Which could mean there just wasn't a lot memorable in The Hobbit to begin with, but there definitely was. I just can't remember a ton. You saved me, Lagombi. You're my best friend. As long as you don't attack me, we can stay friends. You can attack my cats. No one likes them. That didn't count. You didn't hit me. You didn't even get close. You can try to say hello. Oh, you tried to save me there. Oh, I deserve to be hit. Oh, you can, it seems like you can maybe stagger out of that attack sometimes, which is funny and feels unreliable. That was Lagombi's fault. He betrayed me, or they betrayed me. Oh, just hit me already. Actually, hit me. Oh, it didn't break it. That's cool. I actually think it is cool, not, like, sarcastic. Oh, great timing on the breakout. Actually, the worst timing possible. I can't imagine worse timing. Other than if there's, like, a Volstrax blasting down like a comet. Oh, wrong one. Doesn't matter. It's worthless. I have to be very careful about the trap. If I have it on my bar, I will use it accidentally trying to heal. and then I will be doomed and I'll have to restart. Oh. I should check what the Snowbaron weapon is, because maybe it's a good ice element, and I don't have any elemental weapons. It seems prone to staggering. Like, weirdly prone. Okay, that felt bad. I think it was fine, but just felt bad. That felt worse. That was awful. Move, please. Thank you. Oh, okay, there's... I hate... I can just use the buffer, or the cleanser, right? Nope, that's to clear the snow. This is where you use the cleanser. But you also just get hit and it's easier to clear if you get hit appropriately. Like that. Cheaper. Let me leave. Thank you. I just don't like the ice effect. I know you can cleanse it and stuff. It's just tedious. Like, poison is less annoying than the ice. Poison's more dangerous for sure, but... I hate this game. It finally was moving out and then it went to the other area. Okay. Lagombi. Noble ranks are funny. Mostly because there's like Marquis. And I can't remember the context, but it was some like Marquis versus Marquis. And so the way that I remember that it's pronounced Marquis is that a Marquis is like a, I don't know, string that you hang up for like fairs or something like that. And I think it's funny too that that's the only way I can remember. I mean, because it doesn't matter. Like marquises, marquises, dukes, duchesses, they don't matter. They don't matter in the slightest, so there's absolutely no value in them in the modern era, so pronouncing their names correctly really doesn't matter. I hate... that should have hit me. That snowball didn't home, and that's a good thing because homing is lame. Haha, you got snow on your head. Yeah, they look a little too similar. I wish there was a little more. Like seeing them side by side there. Like there's a different coloration, which is nice. That's the snow AoE makes it worse. The snow AoE is just too wide relative, so it doesn't... it's not nice. I think the cleanser is a waste of time. You just... here. That did it. What? I have to get it right in its face? I can't land it slightly behind or something? It didn't do much. It stunned it for a second, but... is it just really precise in where you aim it? Whatever. I really think there should be one, like, I don't know, something... Like, Baron is... I think Baron might be able to be a gender-neutral sort of thing. I just feel like I'm thinking of things that would be, like, noble. And, like, a skirt sort of... A skirt-adjacent, fur shape could add something. Just what noble sort of... I guess British royalty are purple. And like purple is like a royal color. Or it's associated with royalty. Not that barons are royalty. But like purple might lend itself well to Snowbaron Lagombi. A little bit more, I don't know, like snowflake pattern. No, snowflake patterns wouldn't make sense because they're meant to be like deviant versions of the normal. I guess they do have purple on the chest, which also means they could have more purple elsewhere, potentially, without it being totally out of place. So like more purple in the ears could still not be enough, but it would be something more as a potential option to make it more like Baron, leaning into the Baron part of the name. Oh, I need to remember this is a capture? I think I have to start being careful soon. Lucky. Not lucky. I think very soon I need to stop. It could just be that it's exhausted and that's what's making it stand out more right now. Worth. Not really worth, but... Okay, it definitely didn't limp there, but it did behave weirdly, so I can't know that it wasn't limping, or it isn't in capture range. Which is sort of why I hate capture quests, because you can never be confident. I mean, the only time you can be certain is when it's proven that it's in capture range. That's the only certainty. And even that is a little questionable on a few monsters. Oh yeah! The roar affects, like, the Lagombi. Yet all these, like, large monsters will roar and be ignored by small monsters. It's goofy. That's garbage. Not tremendously garbage, just moderately garbage. Moderate garbage. It just changed its animation for a second, but I think it just does that. It just has weird flinches or something. I'm just looking for any clue that it's gonna suddenly be in that was bad. That it's gonna be in capture range. Okay. It seems like it might not home. It's just it effectively homes a lot of the time. Except it might have been targeting my cat. I'm just gonna sit here. Hit me. You guys are gonna continue beating me up. Hit me. Ah, close enough. Okay, come on. That's way too big. That roll after the ground slam has a way too big of an AoE on the snow effect. Nope, that's never what I want to ever push. Again, that roar is really good. Ooh, that was a good hitbox. But also I think by the standards of this game I should have been hit there. I kind of wish it did this more. I don't because it would be a pain because it's a huge AoE to deal with, but I wish it would do it more, so I get what I deserve. The Gia Prey are pretty funny. Oh, something felt framey for a second there. Oh, that should have hit me. That looked like a limp. That's a limp, okay. I have 3 trank bombs. Oh no, there's a extra Lagombi here. This could go really poorly. Oh, thank goodness it's leaving. That could have gone really bad if it dashed towards me and triggered the trap. Oh, that would have been awful. And I would have quit right there. And then continued next week, but I would have quit. Ooh, that would have been bad. I like that deviant. That deviant was fun. Like, I would continue hunting it. I want to stop for today. I want to keep it at like 2 per just for now. Keep them consistent with each other. Which isn't necessary, but... I still have a lot of people to talk to, but it's fine. Okay, sadly, that's gonna raise my, hopes for these other quests. This one was bad. This one was hard. It did a lot of damage, and it was kind of boring. This was actually fun. It had interesting elements. I enjoyed it. I have higher hopes for the Stonefist Hermitor now, which is a bad thing. I don't have high hopes for Dread Queen. I have high hopes for that. Medium hopes. Low, very low, and very low. I probably won't do those bottom 2. I'll wait till I have more collected, but I'll do the other ones first. Though it all depends on timing. How everything lines up. So, that's where I'll stop for today. It's short, but short and sweet. No, not sweet. But that was good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun monster. And I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.